I'm always looking at new business ideas. Like, I love going down those rabbit holes. It's just like what I do for fun. I've been thinking a lot lately about service businesses. Now, they tend to get a bad rap. I'm guilty myself of hating on them, honestly. So I decided to challenge all the service business haters, including myself, and what I found was pretty wild. There's a lot of massive service businesses out there. And specifically what I'm most interested in is like the low barrier to entry businesses that in theory, like anyone could start. So here's my top 6 multi-million-dollar service businesses that you can get started building today. I have examples, and I also have numbers to show you. So make sure you watch this entire video, but first you should definitely subscribe to my channel. Okay, let's jump in. This is Blue Hammer Roofing, a roofing company in Dallas, Texas. Number 17 on the 2022 Inc. 5000 fastest growing companies. Number 13 in 2023. These guys are supposedly doing almost $30 million a year in revenue with a single location. That's nuts. It gets crazier though. They were established in 2019. Look, to me, that just shows what's possible in a short amount of time with a roofing company. Check these guys out. North Point Roofing Systems was also founded in 2019. Number 653 on the 2023 Inc. 5000 fastest growing companies with a 3-year growth of 893%. They're in 6 different states with around $26 million in annual revenue. Just to back this up even more, look at this article from roofingcontractor.com put out just a couple of years ago. 40 roofing companies on the Inc. 5000 list in 2022. There were 41 on the list in 2023. Many of them were created within the last 5 to 6 years. Roofing seems like a pretty good business. Next up, marketing and advertising. This is my industry, so I know it well. And it probably doesn't surprise you. It seems like everyone has a marketing agency of some kind. It makes sense though. All you really need to get a business going in the marketing and advertising space is a computer and some hustle. Let's take a look though at how truly massive the opportunity is here. This is Awestruck, a destination marketing agency. According to Inc., during the last 3 years, Awestruck expanded existing relationships with entertainment companies and hotel management giants while fielding a steady stream of referrals from hotels, casinos, water parks, ski mountains, and more. Without spending $1 on marketing, the company's annual revenue increased from, listen to this, $100,000 in 2019 to a projected $16.5 million in 2023. So let me highlight this again. Without spending $1 on marketing. So they were able to build a $16.5 million per year company without spending any money on marketing. Movers and Shakers was acquired in 2023 for around $15 million after 7 years in business. And this is just a marketing agency. Then there's Market Call, which came out in 2017. They grew nearly 31,000% between 2019 and 2022. And today they make around $10 million with less than 50 employees. Check this out. 486 marketing and advertising companies on the Inc. 5000 list. Look at these rankings. That's growth. Tons of money to go get out there. Next up is pest control. Sure, takes a little bit more to get started than a marketing agency, but you can start small and grow over time. That's what just about every company we're about to look at did. One even started in a dude's garage. It's not the most glamorous business, that's for sure, but there's a heck of a lot of money to be made. All You Need Pest Control has been around since 2003. But where things got interesting was in 2017 when there was a change in ownership. which led to opening 8 new offices. It created more than 100 jobs, and it grew the fleet from 3 to 85 vehicles. Right now, they're approaching $15 million per year in revenue, and they've doubled revenue every year since 2017. Here's another one, Aruza Pest Control. This is the one that started in some guy's garage in 2016. Today, it has 7 locations and more than 10,000 Google reviews. They did $1.9 million in 2018 and exploded to $13 million in revenue in 2022. There were 14 pest control companies on the Inc. 5000 in 2022, and then there were 8 in 2023. These companies aren't just getting lucky. It's a real problem that's relatively easy to solve, that most people do not want to solve, but people will pay a lot for the convenience of not having to do it themselves. Lawn care services have similar opportunities if you're not into bugs and pests. I don't blame you. All of these companies were on the Inc. 5000 too. Some of these companies literally just mow people's lawns. Teenagers do this all the time. They started in the same way a lot of these businesses did. There's nothing stopping you from doing the same thing. All you need is a mower and a handful of homeowners who don't want the hassle. Next, we have dog training, specifically franchise dog training businesses. You can start your own company or franchise an existing one. Franchising is usually easier, but requires pretty big upfront investment. Either way, this is one I was really surprised by. This is Dog Training Elite. Surprisingly, they're number 521 on Inc. 5000's fastest growing companies for 2023. Each franchise generated an average of nearly $1 million in 2022. With more than 100 locations in 33 states, the owners and franchisees are making a ton of money. I honestly thought this was a fluke until I saw several other dog training franchises on the Inc. 5000. This is Zoom Room. It's the exact same concept. From 2020 to 2022, it tripled its presence in the US from 8 states to 27. By the end of 2022, average gross revenue was just over $680,000 per location. I was even more surprised to see another dog training franchise on the list, the Dog Stop. I couldn't find much about the revenue for this one, but they're ranked on the Inc. 5000 with 141% 3-year growth. It's currently in 24 locations across 12 states, with more than 50 new locations coming soon. So it's obvious they're growing and making a lot of money while they do so. Next up, staffing agencies. It's another industry that's not super exciting or interesting until you look at the numbers. I was blown away by the number of these on the Inc. 5000. Not only are there a lot of them, there are also a ton with 3-year growth over 1,000%. Summit Medical Staffing ranks highest on the list at number 24. Its 3-year growth is at 12,000+%. Yep, 12,000%. In just 8 years, it went from 0 to 35.6 million. Now, it's the 249th largest staffing agency in the country, generating more than 100 million every year. Think about that. As big as it is, it's still only the 249th largest staffing agency. So this is a big category. How about Norwood? They began in 2016 with a guy who paid rent on credit cards and ate on less than $50 a week. Since 2019, its revenue has grown by 5,189%. Then you have Advantis Medical, which was founded in 2018 and is now the 46th largest staffing agency in the US. In just 4 years, from 2018 to 22, it grew to 124 million. Here's yet another example of explosive growth in just 4 years. Founded in 2018, they had more than 150 employees and placed more than 700 people with law firms in the US by 2022. Their 3-year growth is at 2,381%. Okay, this is the last example, and this one, even crazier. In 3 years, they placed more than 5,000 VAs at more than 2,500 businesses. It was founded in 2020 and has had 17% growth in the last 3 years. It might seem like an oversaturated industry. There are hundreds of them on the Inc. 5000. However, many of them were founded within the last 4 to 6 years. Even without a novel or new idea, this is proof that you can compete with companies that have been around for decades. We already talked about marketing services, but non-marketing business services can be super lucrative too. Businesses can pay a lot more than individuals, so it's a great option if you have something to offer. Even if you don't, there's a ton of services that are really easy to learn and perfect on your own. Honestly, you don't even have to be that good at it. If you can find a way to take time-consuming tasks off of someone's plate who's busy and has money, you'll be in a good spot. The Call Gurus take over inbound and outbound calls. We're talking lead gen and customer service. That's it. They started in 2017. They experienced a 3-year growth of 3,749% from 2019 to 2022. Omni Interactions is similar, but all they do is customer service. This one was established a year earlier in 2017, but they generated more revenue in Q4 of 2021 than the entire year of 2020 combined. In 2021, they made nearly $46 million. This one started in 2018, a year later than the previous two examples. The founders started this one in grad school and tested it out with their friends' businesses. Today, they generate more than $10 million per year. Instead of customer service, Highview Solutions does Google Workspace services. This is something I would have never thought businesses needed help with. It's so specific and weird. Yet their 450 plus clients show there's obviously huge demand here. This proves you don't need to be super creative. Find something businesses need help with, learn the basics, and start selling. It's really all it takes. If services aren't your thing, coaching can make you a lot of money too. Bench Strength Coaching teaches executives and business leaders soft skills, how to communicate, be better leaders, have more self-awareness, stuff like that. It's super simple, but they had a 3-year growth of 1,200% from 2019 to 2022. There are tons of other service categories on the Inc. 5000 list. Junk removal, plumbing, home and commercial cleaning, power washing, you name it. Most of these started with someone looking for a way to just make some money. You don't need a crazy new idea that you can take to Shark Tank. You don't need a bunch of money, tech, and office, nothing like that. You just need to pick something and start now. You'll learn most, if not everything, you need to know as you go. That's how you figure it all out. Really appreciate your time. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell for notifications, and jump into the comments. I'll see you in the next video.